The northern lights, or Aurora Borealis, are a breathtaking natural phenomenon. These lights are a result of charged particles from the sun colliding with the Earth's atmosphere, creating a dazzling display of colors that dance across the sky. The phenomenon is most commonly observed in the polar regions where the magnetic field is strongest. Imagine a sky ablaze with vibrant colors. The auroras can range from greens and blues to purples and reds, each hue representing different types of gas particles and their interactions with solar winds. The sight is so mesmerizing that it often leaves viewers speechless, lost in the beauty of the moment. Shimmering curtains of green, blue, and purple dance across the darkness. These lights can appear as arcs, spirals, or even flickering curtains, constantly changing and evolving. The dynamic nature of the auroras makes each viewing experience unique and unforgettable. This incredible light show happens in the polar regions. The best places to witness the northern lights are in countries like Norway, Iceland, Canada, and Finland. These locations offer clear, dark skies and minimal light pollution, providing the perfect backdrop for the auroras to shine. For centuries, people have marveled at this celestial display. Ancient civilizations often interpreted the lights as omens or messages from the gods. Historical records show that the northern lights have been a source of wonder and inspiration for countless generations. Many cultures have legends about the lights. In Norse mythology, the auroras were believed to be the reflections of the Valkyries' armor as they led fallen warriors to Valhalla. In Finnish folklore, the lights were thought to be caused by a magical fox sweeping its tail across the snow, creating sparks that lit up the sky. Some saw them as spirits dancing. Indigenous peoples of North America often viewed the lights as the spirits of their ancestors, celebrating and communicating with the living. These cultural interpretations add a layer of mystique and reverence to the already awe-inspiring phenomenon. Others believed they were messages from the gods. The Sami people of Scandinavia believed the lights were the souls of the dead, and they would often whistle or sing to communicate with them. These beliefs highlight the deep spiritual connection many cultures have with the northern lights. Today we understand the science behind the aurora. Scientists have studied the phenomenon extensively, revealing that the lights are caused by the interaction of solar winds with the Earth's magnetic field. This scientific understanding has not diminished the wonder of the auroras, but has instead added to our appreciation of this natural marvel. However, the sight still inspires awe and wonder. Even with our modern knowledge, witnessing the northern lights in person is an experience that transcends scientific explanation. The sheer beauty and scale of the lights leave a lasting impression on all who see them. Seeing the northern lights is a unique experience. Travelers from around the world flock to the polar regions in hopes of catching a glimpse of this extraordinary display. The anticipation and excitement of waiting for the lights to appear only add to the magic of the experience. It's a chance to witness the raw power and beauty of nature. The northern lights remind us of the incredible forces at work in our universe, and our small place within it. The experience is both humbling and exhilarating, a reminder of the wonders that exist beyond our everyday lives. This essay will guide you on how to see this incredible phenomenon for yourself. From the best locations to the optimal times of year, we'll provide all the information you need to plan your own Northern Lights adventure. Get ready to embark on a journey to witness one of nature's most spectacular shows. What causes this celestial display? The answer lies in the sun. The sun constantly emits charged particles. We call this the solar wind. These particles travel through space and eventually reach Earth. Earth has a magnetic field that acts as a shield. This field protects us from the sun's radiation. However, the magnetic field is weaker at the poles. This allows some solar particles to enter our atmosphere. When these particles collide with gases in our atmosphere, they create light. Oxygen creates green and red light. Nitrogen creates blue and purple light. This interaction of particles and gases is what creates the dazzling colors of the aurora. The northern lights are visible during specific times of the year. The best time to see them is during the winter months. This is when the nights are longest and darkest. The ideal time is from September to March. During these months, the aurora is most active. However, you can sometimes see them as early as August and as late as April. The auroras are fickle. They don't appear on a fixed schedule. The best time to see them is usually between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. But they can appear at any time during the night. To see the northern lights, you need to head north. Some of the best viewing spots are in Norway. Tromsø is a popular destination. It offers stunning views of the aurora over fjords and mountains. Iceland. This island nation boasts incredible landscapes. Imagine seeing the aurora reflected in glacial lagoons. Finland. Finnish Lapland is a magical place. Stay in a glass-roofed igloo for an unforgettable aurora experience. Alaska Fairbanks is a prime location for aurora viewing in the United States. Canada. Yellowknife in Canada's Northwest Territories is known for its frequent aurora displays. These locations offer dark skies and minimal light pollution. This makes them ideal for aurora viewing. Seeing the aurora requires some planning. It's not just about heading north and hoping for the best. A successful Northern Lights adventure involves careful preparation and a bit of luck. But don't worry, with the right tips and tricks, you can maximize your chances of witnessing this breathtaking natural phenomenon. Here are some tips to help you plan your trip. First and foremost, research is key. Understanding the science behind the Aurora Borealis can help you know when and where to look. The northern lights are caused by solar particles colliding with the Earth's atmosphere, and their visibility depends on solar activity and clear skies. First, check the aurora forecast. There are several websites and apps dedicated to predicting aurora activity. These tools use data from solar observatories to forecast the likelihood of seeing the northern lights. Websites and apps provide aurora forecasts, and these forecasts predict the likelihood of seeing the aurora. They can give you a heads up on the best nights to go out and look up at the sky. These forecasts are incredibly useful, especially if you're planning your trip around peak aurora activity. It's pretty handy. Next, choose your dates wisely. The northern lights are most visible during the winter months, from late September to early April. This is when the nights are longest, and the skies are darkest, providing the perfect backdrop for the aurora. The winter months offer the best chances of seeing the aurora. However, remember that weather can be unpredictable, especially in the Arctic. Clear skies are essential for aurora viewing, so keep an eye on the weather forecast as well. However, remember that weather can be unpredictable, so keep that in mind. It's always a good idea to have a flexible itinerary and be prepared to change your plans if necessary. Also, book accommodations in advance. Popular aurora viewing locations book up quickly, especially during peak season. You don't want to be left without a place to stay. Look for accommodations that offer aurora wake-up calls or have large windows facing north. Finally, be prepared for cold weather. Winter in the Arctic is cold. Pack warm layers of clothing, including thermal underwear, insulated jackets, hats, gloves, and scarves. You'll thank yourself later when you're standing outside in freezing temperatures, waiting for the aurora to appear. With these tips in mind, you're well on your way to planning a successful Northern Lights adventure. Remember, patience and preparation are key. Happy aurora hunting! Packing the right gear is crucial for a successful aurora hunt. Warm clothing. Layering is key. Start with thermal underwear followed by fleece or wool layers, and a waterproof outer layer. Sturdy footwear. Choose waterproof boots with good insulation to keep your feet warm and dry. Headlamp or flashlight. A hands-free light source is essential for navigating dark trails or roads. Camera and tripod. Capture the magic of the aurora with a camera capable of long exposures. A tripod is crucial for sharp images. Extra batteries. Cold temperatures can drain batteries quickly. Pack extras for your camera, phone, and other electronics. Many people describe seeing the northern lights as a life-changing experience. The colors, the movement, and the sheer scale of the display are awe-inspiring. Here are some testimonials from those who have witnessed this natural wonder. It was like something out of a dream. The sky was alive with color, and the lights danced as if they were putting on a show just for us. Sarah, traveler from the United States. I've never felt so small and insignificant, yet so connected to something so much bigger than myself. Mark, traveler from the United Kingdom. These testimonials highlight the profound impact the Northern Lights can have on those fortunate enough to witness them. Photographing the Northern Lights can be challenging, but it's an incredibly rewarding experience for those who are prepared. The Aurora Borealis, with its vibrant colors and ethereal movements, offers a unique opportunity for photographers to capture something truly magical. However, the conditions can be harsh, and the lights themselves are unpredictable. Here are some essential tips to help you improve your aurora photography. and make the most of your time under the night sky. First and foremost, use a sturdy tripod. The northern lights are often faint and require long exposure times to capture their beauty. A tripod will keep your camera steady and prevent any blurring that could ruin your shot. Make sure your tripod is stable, especially if you're shooting in windy conditions or on uneven terrain. Long exposures are necessary to capture the aurora's faint light, making a tripod essential. Shoot in RAW format to retain as much image data as possible. This will give you greater flexibility in post-processing, allowing you to bring out the best in your photos. RAW files contain more information than JPEGs, which means you can adjust the exposure, white balance, and other settings without losing quality. Adjust your camera settings to suit the conditions. Start with a high ISO, between 800 and 3200, to make your camera more sensitive to light. Use a wide aperture, f2.8 or lower, to allow as much light as possible to reach the sensor. An exposure time of 10 to 30 seconds is usually a good starting point, but you may need to experiment to find the best settings for your situation. Remember, a wide aperture, f2.8 or lower, will help you capture more light and detail in your shots. However, be mindful of the depth of field, as a wider aperture will result in a shallower depth of field. This can be used creatively to isolate your subject against the backdrop of the northern lights. An exposure time of 10 to 30 seconds is a good starting point, but don't be afraid to experiment with longer or shorter exposures. Longer exposures can create stunning, smooth trails of light, while shorter exposures can capture more defined shapes and movements. Use a remote shutter release or the camera's timer function to avoid any camera shake when taking the shot. Experiment with composition to add depth and interest to your photos. Including foreground elements like trees, mountains, or even a person can provide a sense of scale and make your images more engaging. Look for interesting silhouettes or reflections in water to enhance the visual impact of your shots. Be patient. The aurora is unpredictable and may take time to appear. Keep an eye on the sky and be ready to capture the moment when the lights do show up. Sometimes the best displays happen when you least expect them, so stay vigilant and be prepared to wait. Finally, enjoy the experience. Photographing the northern lights is not just about getting the perfect shot, it's also about immersing yourself in the beauty of nature. Take a moment to appreciate the wonder of the aurora and the incredible environment you're in. With these tips, you'll be well on your way to capturing stunning images of the northern lights. The northern lights are a bucket list experience. Witnessing this natural wonder is a chance to connect with the universe and appreciate the beauty of our planet. Plan your adventure, pack your bags, and prepare to be amazed by the magic of the Aurora Borealis. The experience will stay with you long after the lights have faded. So what are you waiting for? Answer the call of the aurora and embark on an unforgettable journey to the land of the northern lights. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends.